What's going on, guys? J-Pod here, bringing you another fantastic video, and today is kind of a special video. I've been wanting to do this for a very long time. That is correct, Division Podcast. I don't know what you want to call it. Sound off down below. We're looking for official titles, Division Chat, or if you got any cool suggestions, go ahead and chime in down below. But yes, we'll call it Division Chat for the moment. Welcome to the first episode of Division Chat, and today we've got a very special guest, very cool guy, Mr. Trux. He's been playing Division for how many days you got into it, brother?
I haven't even bothered looking. It's probably
don't be so modest. You're probably at least 10 days, right?
Yeah.
So I'm almost at 10 days. So what is that, like, I don't know, over 200 hours. So we're kind of credible with what we're going to talk about today. But we got a few things I want to cover in today's podcast. Number one, Ubisoft coming out talking about banning players. Number two, the Incursion hotfix that was supposed to be fixed, but turns out there is still a way to cheese the Incursion. We'll get into all the details of that, and a way that you can actually still cheese it. We've got step-by-step on how to do it. A couple other things. The DZ's not playable right now. Trux, what do you think, man? DPS glitch. It's everybody. I mean, is it even worth going in the DZ right now?
I mean, it's pretty brutal.
I mean,
like a lot of people were complaining, or that don't know about the glitch, think that it just sucks because people are overgeared, but it's not even that people are overgeared. It's just the glitch with the talents and the weapons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the competent talent, and you can get up to like 2 million DPS. I ran solo. I have no problem running solo. Okay, I finally got a 4-piece solo build for DZ Nomad. I had the DZ Nomad mask drop for me last night in DZ3. But let's just say that I went in there solo and come across 4 guys. I waved at him, and literally he one-shotted me with his SMG. And I melted like into a pile of diarrhea. And it was pretty brutal. And right now, I can't even I can't step foot into the DZ without a bunch of people, doing the competent glitch. It's pretty sad. Do you have anything else to put in on that DPS glitch, or you want to finish the topics?
It seems like that's the type of thing that they should be focusing their
exactly,
because that is affecting other players a lot more than
what these exploits. Moving on to some of the exploits, like the Incursion exploit. What did they say? They're looking into ways to punish those exploiters. Now, essentially, if they banned all of the exploiters, wouldn't they pretty much remove their entire community?
Seems like that's just about what they would do. I don't know very many people that haven't done it at least once.
Well, that's the thing, that's why people are cheesing it, because the Incursion is so broken. There's reload glitches, there's grenade impact glitches, there's the notorious and atrocious lag. You cannot play it right now, so people, they have to play it to get the gear. This is the way they're getting it. Shame on us for glitching and exploiting the game, yeah, sure, but that's not our problem. If it really was a problem, they've got the on-off switch like a light switch. They can turn off the Incursion, but they just won't. And last night I cheesed it one more time, and there was no weekly drop. No Phoenix credits, no nothing. Nothing even popped up on the screen last night. But we did fast travel to the APC, and there was the gear set drop. But like I said, there was no confirmation of even completing the mission. So I don't know if that was a hotfix trying to remove the Phoenix credits and everything. But they did something last night before the hotfix, because I wanted to check it out one more time. And they were doing something. But let's talk about the Incursion again. How do you play something that's broken? How many times have you completed it?
On normal mode, I've completed it probably 10 times. On challenge mode, I haven't even bothered trying. I've watched a bunch of videos, and I feel like if I had 3 more, decent people, we could probably pull it off. But right now, it's like, why even bother with the hassle?
pretty much, and I think that's everybody else's mentality, because it's actually more entertaining and more enjoyable to cheese it than to actually play it. But again, shame on us. I'm not promoting cheesing or exploiting any games. I never promote any of that, but I won't be a hypocrite. I'm always the first to try it. Moving on from the Incursion, let's talk about the backpack bug compensation. Okay, what have you been hearing about this? Is it confirmed or is it rumored? 500 Phoenix credits and 10 high-end pieces of material of each material.
I've heard about that, and then I don't know if they fixed it, but there was I think they fixed it this patch actually. There was the vendor bug where you could retrieve your compensations over and over and over again.
Oh my
so
lord!
Then you could have unlimited. Basically, what you do is it's easier on the PC, but you can do it on the PS4 too, and you just lag your internet and then just buy stuff from the vendors really fast over and over and over, and it would kind of glitch out, and then you'd get kicked off, and when you log back on, you'd have all your stuff over and over and over. So you could have like unlimited crafting mats, unlimited Phoenix credits.
Oh my lord! So no wonder so many people were millionaires, with all of these funds, because I'm officially I'm broke. Okay, I have like 100,000 DZ funds. I'm trying to get the first wave vector. I want it so bad, but I still got like another 150,000 funds to acquire in like 30 hours. So I can kiss that gun goodbye. I'm really enjoying the new patch. I really like the patch. They fixed a lot of things, but when they fix things, they ultimately create new problems. And that happens with a lot of games. You fix a bug, 2 more bugs show up. It's like cutting the head off of the serpent snake, you know what I'm saying? And 2 more pop out. Isn't that like a mythological Greek mythology?
The Hydra.
Yes, the Hydra. Awesome. Thank you, Trux. Let's go back to talking about the compensation here. The 500 credits. I think you get 10 of each. 10 high ends of each material. You got your fabric, electronics, your tools, and your weapon parts. That's not near enough, okay? Because if I'm not mistaken, these guys were locked out for 30 days, for over a month, okay? And essentially, you and we could get 500 credits and all of these compensated materials in the matter of, a day or 2? What about the other 28 days? You know what I mean? I completely disagree with this compensation. And who does this all affect? Only the backpack affected players, or only them being compensated, or as we as a community, is everybody being compensated?
I think it's supposed to be just the people that were locked out of their characters, but still, like that.
And Ubisoft can see who was all locked out. They'll know. So we're not going to get 1 million people saying, "Hey, I never received my compensation," because I'm pretty sure we are.
But exactly. Supposedly they have been tracking all that.
Well, that goes back to I'm going to kind of steer off topic, but it is kind of relevant. The Rockstar Grand Theft Auto 5 car duplication glitch. And I remember when Rockstar finally fixed it, and they took everybody's money. They were able to run everybody through what is called an audit. They ran every player through an audit, and literally accrued all of their exploited money, and they took it all. So say you had $29 million, then after the fix, you went back on your account and you only had 200,000 of legitimate money. Because 29 million of it was all exploited. So Rockstar was able to fix that. Now, is Ubisoft creative enough and intelligent enough to figure out which pieces of gear were exploited and they're going to remove it? I mean, how are they going to punish these exploiters?
I'm interested to see if they punish them at all. And I know that there's a lot of like legit cheaters, like people teleporting around in the dark zone.
Now that's primarily PC, right?
In the PC, yeah. And so I've heard that they issued a two strike ban system on PC for that. where you get like a 3-day suspension first, and then the second time you just get permabanned.
Oh, the life ban. That's pretty prestigious role to have.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that primarily for PC, but as far as consoles go, I mean, they would shut down the entire community if they exploit. I mean, if they ban these exploiters. Now, I could see Ubisoft maybe implementing a. Oh, go ahead.
I mean, it's for like an example to how many people exploit. If you queue for challenge mode Incursion, you're gonna get 3 people like through the game. You're gonna get 3 other people that are queued up ready to exploit, not 3 people that are gonna try
actually wanting to take the Incursion on. I see, and you'll know that right away, seeing all their stats right on the bottom right hand screen.
We tested it out. Like we needed more people to do the glitch, and we're like, well, let's try matchmaking. And sure enough, every single person we came through in matchmaking was like, yeah, we want to. No, we don't want to.
That's what we're looking for too. We don't want to run it legit. You're crazy. And this goes all the way. I mean, this goes all the way back to Destiny. You know, Destiny had some punishments implemented, but didn't really go through with a lot of it. With the Crota glitch and cheese, with the Atheon cheese, you know, and Ubisoft should take notes from how, you know, with how Destiny went about it. But I really don't know how. I could see Ubisoft implementing a scare tactic, maybe banning, say, 1,000 players on each console. You know what I'm saying? To just try and get their point across. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. You know, to just kind of ban some maybe of the hardcore exploiters, to just kind of make a statement to the community. You know what I mean? Like Santa Claus shaking his finger in your nose. You know what I mean? No, no, no. You know what I mean? And but yeah, I really don't know how they're going to go about that. Let's go ahead and move over to the DZ bugs and talking about the DPS glitch with a competent bug. Now, essentially, like at DZ1, there's a way to get out of the map and literally go rogue and kill people, but they can't fire on you. I've had this happen to me so many times, and it's still not fixed.
Is that the one where you glitch through the wall of a safe house? Because there's one where you can glitch through the wall of a safe house and do the same thing too.
Oh my lord. So now what is a player, okay, like myself, I didn't purchase the season pass and or the game. The game was given to me by Undead Warrior from Sweden. You rock, Undead. But yes, I didn't pay anything for this. But if I did, I would really be upset. You know, with all of these exploits and bugs and crashes and being locked out because of a backpack. You know, I mean, and then 500 credit compensation. I mean, if for you as a player who have been affected by all of this, we'll just call it crap. Being affected by all of this crap, how do you feel about it? Are you to the point where you're about to hang up Division? Or, I mean, are you faithful and loyal and you're confident that they're going to get it fixed and everything's going to smooth out?
The one thing that, like the one saving grace, I guess, is they are trying to fix it. It's not like they're just ignoring everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, their priorities definitely don't seem to be where they should be.
Yeah. They, especially like, for instance, the 4 high-end item drops when that was happening off of every challenge mode boss. Like, everybody's super happy about it, and then they immediately patch that out, and then everything, like, you know, your gun locks up every once in a while, and that's just been in the game the whole time.
That's like the reload glitch, and there's I think there's several glitches in the Incursion alone. Something to do with the grenade, the impact. I don't remember what it was. It not detonating, or the hit mark. I don't remember what it was. But there's many issues in the Incursion, which ultimately inspired these people to find another way to do it. You know, and they found a way to cheese it, and now, after this hot fix that was just released this morning, there's a new way to cheese the Incursion, Trux. I mean, can you pull up the details on your screen and let's kind of go over this new way? Because now, mind you, we are not promoting exploiting a game, okay? But this is literally in the Reddit thread of the Division forums, the Division Twitter page, on their maintenance schedule and their after list there, and a player has put this up informing Ubisoft, get your shit together, there's already another cheese. So let's go over this cheese, Trux.
Basically, it's the same cause or the same beginning as every other glitch.
Okay, so we're going to glitch through the two fences, right?
Your mobile cover.
Yeah, you're.
Spectrum.
And that's another way. Before you proceed, that's another way they could fix this is by removing the extension cover off of your ballistic shield. There's many ways that they could kind of delay this process or make it much more difficult and irritating for players to where they don't even want to do it. To kind of discourage players. Because if they can't fix it, at least make it harder to achieve. But proceed. Okay, mobile cover.
You have one teammate go out and go to the nearest safe house.
Mm-hmm.
Use mobile cover to glitch through the texture and get to your out of the map notification.
Yeah. And
before you get teleported, you fast travel back to the teammates. And once you do that, you should fall through the map and land on top of the APC or close to it.
You're going to glitch through the map and fall right on top of the APC.
Yeah. The turrets will try and shoot you, but they won't be able to because there's an invisible wall between you and them. And you use sticky bombs to damage some of the mobs and get their attention. And the enemies start throwing grenades at you, and instead of hitting you, it damages the APC. Okay, so the hot
fix that they implemented was only C4 could damage the APC, but now another... Okay, so they fixed that,
yeah.
So now how is the APC taking damage?
Obviously, they didn't actually fix it, so the only C4 does it, because otherwise this wouldn't work.
Yeah, so now it's grenades from NPCs that can now damage the APC. Is that correct?
Yep, and so the downside is it takes longer than the old glitch. The upside is you can go AFK for it.
So you could go watch a movie and come back in an hour and pick up your loot?
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay, so just so everybody knows at home, you're going to do the fast travel, you're going to glitch through the map, you're going to land on and or around the APC, and you're going to get the mobs or the NPCs that get their attention. Use a sticky, get their attention. And actually, I think it does say that it's better to do this on a later wave so you have more grenadiers, and that might make it go a little quicker. The more grenades, but essentially it's the NPC's grenades. Their splash damage is ultimate because now the APC is only taking damage from the NPCs, not you. Okay, Ubisoft only fixed it to where your damage cannot hurt it. But now a player has figured out where he can manipulate the AI into hurting itself, and ultimately you retrieving a reward. This, my friend, I just, these exploiters should be beta testers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I imagine that this isn't like a new bug that they discovered. It was just something they had in their back pocket for when they fixed the original glitch. And people didn't use it because it's a little bit slower, and now that there's no other way, then
now they're using it. AFK and go watch a movie.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on over to this patch. Let's go ahead and wrap it up with some thoughts and some impressions on this most recent patch, the Incursion. The new named enemy high-end drops. I really want to kind of delve into that because I've got mixed feelings about, yellow is the new purple. And also, a lot of the changes that came to the game. For starters, what do you think about the high-end drops? Every named enemy dropping them now. Do you think it's too much? Do you think it's good? What do you think?
It seemed really cool at first, but now it's basically like most of it's garbage anyway, so it's essentially like they just changed the color of the old garbage purples that were dropping. I mean, it doesn't have much of an effect.
Okay.
The only upside is, the only downside is you can't craft as fast now to get your actual gear that you want.
Yeah. And that's another thing is, like, dude, the struggle is real for fabrics for me right now. I have like nine. I mean, it is terrible. And you have to have like 25 to craft a gear set blueprint. So, I mean, the struggle is real for me. They really, really made it difficult. They really nerfed the crafting elements to it, but then again, they compensated the drops. You know, yellow's the new purple, and you know, the greens are the new yellows. You know, but then again, is this going to change with the next update next month? I mean, with the next incursion, will there be another color? Let's say a violet green or something? Or I don't understand. Are they slowly? I mean, how's this game going to pan out in 6 months from now?
Yeah.
What are you seeing?
That's what I'm wondering. Because well, the other thing is, I don't know if you've looked, but the item level requirement on the new incursion is like 240 or something. Or
That's your minimum?
Yeah, the minimum, or it might be 220. I don't remember. But the way it works out is, math-wise, if you played the game legit, then you would not be able to get that item level.
By the time it
comes out.
Oh yeah. My lord. So I mean, I see, and with loot-driven shooters, there's always going to be a way to rank up fast. There's always going to be a loot farm. There's always going to be a way to cheese and exploit. And this is common with loot-driven shooters. I mean, there's a way to do it faster. There will always be a way to do it faster. But with some of these new fixes and some of these new exploits every month, you know, we're only are less than 2 months into the game right now. Okay, we're a little over a month. And I think the game, personally, the Division, I think it's very promising. I think, you know, with maybe a few more weeks, maybe some extensive testing, and maybe changing their priorities around a little bit, I think this game could really iron out, and it could be great. Right now, it's a good game, but I think the Division could be great. And it's ultimately up to the community and the developers to kind of get together and figure out how to do this, because whatever they're doing, it just seems like they're making it worse. And you know, going back to the like the high-end drops for all the named enemies, it's too much. They should have done it like level 32 named enemies only drop a high-end weapon, you know, or you know, something like that. Maybe kind of tease everybody's palate, you know, moisten everybody's appetite with it, you know. Then you're going to see a lot of people kind of in DZ5 and DZ6, which is pretty scarce up there anyways. But, you know, it's just, I think they could have done a few things different, but ultimately, I think they're doing a good job. I think we as a community, we as gamers, I think we need to be patient and not let our panties get in a bundle every time the game crashes, because, you know, it's... I remember growing up and there wasn't even internet, so we're lucky to have this, and I think we should all just be patient. I absolutely show my support for Ubisoft and Division. I don't play a lot of Ubisoft games, but the Division, I really like it. I really like it. There's just something about that third-person, cover-based RPG, MMO-ish kind of game that I'm really kind of enjoying. And, you know, I'll leave that as my last words. Trux, do you have any final input on the game before we wrap it up?
It reminds me a lot of Diablo, where, like, playing it is a lot of fun, and they just need to work out some issues. Mm-hmm. And, like, now people play Diablo now and have more fun than when it came out. Yeah. And I feel like the Division has a lot of the core things that are really fun, and they just need to iron some stuff out as long as they don't devs don't get disheartened and give up.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's, you know, not to sound cliche, but like the fine wine, you know, it ages over time. It's like a good scotch. It really gets better with time. So we'll end today's podcast with that. Everybody at home, if you enjoyed today's video, please show your support by hitting that indicator of the upward thumb. We would greatly appreciate it. And be sure to subscribe for some more podcasts very near in the future. Until next time, guys, take it easy and peace out.